A short week. I gave the players off on Monday, and I just think we needed a rest after the game. So we start today preparing for Eastern Kentucky, and preparation is going to be a key this week, coming off a short week. And then we're just going to attack this week just like we attack any other game week. Tuesday is a 1st and 10 day. Wednesday's going to be 3rd down. Thursday we're going to put the game plan together, and Friday we're going to have the best Fridays. But what's going to be key for us is how we improve from game 1 to game 2. And just looking at us on offense, the penalties, we ended up with 7 penalties, 5 false starts and 2 holding calls. And also what we need to do on offense is just to run after the catch. We didn't have any big runs after the catch. And then we just got to make sure just the attention to detail, or just tempo. When we get up on the ball, you just watch a lot of times you're looking at a 25-second clock. We were down to like 11, 10 before we ever got the ball snapped. And we like to get up on the ball quicker so that Teddy can get a read on the secondary, get a read on the front, and just get the play check to what we need to get it checked to. Defensively, with the big plays, we only had 1 turnover, which we should have had. We dropped 2 interceptions, but we had our hands on the ball. Only ended up with 1 turnover. Then the deep balls, got to do a better job of playing the deep balls. I think they had a 37-yarder, a 47-yarder, and then another 38-yarder where we just gave them deep balls, then get our eyes back around where the guys in the secondary, and tackle better. I think we ended up with 10 missed tackles. Kicking game, our return man got to do a better job of setting up the return. We had a chance, an opportunity there where we could have had two big runs there on the return team, and then the cover team kicked 2 balls out of bounds, and they just didn't do a good job of spacing our players on the field where they had the big return there on the kickoff team. But overall, just solid the way we played. Just love the way we played with good effort, just how hard we played. But we know this, we can continue to improve.
You normally spend the first couple of days kind of breaking them down. How difficult will that be after a game where it seemed like a lot of things went right?
Well, you always know this when you break down an opponent, with it being Eastern Carolina, with them, Eastern Kentucky, with them beating Robert Morris, they beat him very handily also. So we just know that it's a battle for us. I think 2 years ago we played them, and it ended up being 23-17 or 24-17, which was a close game.
Did you learn anything about your team?
You know what I like is just the way we finished the game. And we didn't go out the second half. We had a big lead, and we didn't go out there and just sit on the ball, but we continue to play. That was key, just going out to them at halftime. What's going to be critical for us is just how we go finish this game and finish it the right way.
You mentioned special teams. You had 3 guys kick off. Any chance there's a change there? Or?
No, we started off with Wallace, and then Appleby kicked, and then wanted to give Nakatani a chance to kick the ball. But no, we're going to start off with Wallace and let him kick it. And probably we just need to move the ball around some, because I think we put the ball on the left hash, and the ball sailed twice. Yes, once on Wallace outside, and then once on Appleby.
How close? I mean, the first one was within a matter of inches, wasn't it, from actually being in the end zone?
Yeah, I think it ended up going out of bounds on the 1-yard line.
Right. So I mean, is that where you want? I mean, do you want the scheme to kind of kick it towards the corners of the end zone?
Well, you like to pin the ball from the numbers to the hash, and you like to keep it, and that's where all our coverage is. And you don't ever want the return guy to get back to the field, which Saturday, that happened on Sunday. The guy was able to get back to the field once or twice on us. But we have to do a better job of covering down, even when he does try to come across the field with the ball.
Charlie, when did you realize, and what did you see when you did realize that Michael was going to be able to contribute right away?
Well, you don't ever know, because you look at it, and we start off with Sonoris and Dominique, and what Michael did was we ended up blocking Ewell ended up hitting that linebacker there, and I think as a play, the linebacker got a concussion, so it was a great block by the fullback, and everybody did a great job downfield. The receiver walled off his guy, that's why he was able to get the ball run.
Was there something in camp that made you realize that, okay, he's going to be in this mix right from week 1?
Well, no, you look at it back there. We got in here and he had 2,000 yards rushing in the Southeastern Conference, the conference that they run the football, and it's hard that you have to stop the run in that conference. And he's talented, but he's as talented. Our 2 guys are very talented also.
Charlie, on the same line, Kai's game, and you had another day to kind of look at it. What kind of stood out even more from the film compared compared to what you saw during the game?
Well, you look at just Teddy's performance and just how he just was able to just run the offense and just more like a coach and him making the throws and getting us in the right plays. And then I love the performance of Kai De La Cruz. Kai would have 4 catches, over 100 yards. And then you look at us defensively, just up front with our front 7. They averaged, 2.8 yards rushing the ball, just how we were able to stop the run. We had a running back that rushed for 1,000 yards the year before.
Did Kai, I mean, did everybody could kind of saying he was going to have that kind of game? He kind of surprised he kind of came out first game and had that kind of performance.
Well, he's been one of those guys that is and just, over the summer and then even from the spring that has matured a lot. And it was more about him. We knew he had the ability. And it was just all about him just all of a sudden showing us that he can go play, showing us that he can do the things the right way and do them the way we want him to get done.
Danny Bridgewater said that you call him Rihanna.
I call him ketchup now because we have honey mustard and we have ketchup. So Copeland is honey mustard and Dominguez is ketchup.
What do you think of that haircut?
I would have it, but you guys don't know.
You could have that?
I could have during my day.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'd be impressive.
Ready to play a lot of younger guys, a lot of just to kind of get experience towards the end. How much maybe at the end of the season, if you have somebody go down and have to move up somebody from maybe the 3rd team to the 2nd team, like how much will that really help? Just having them in a situation, because it's not like the game is at hand when they were out there, but the fact that they're actually getting playing time.
Well, anytime you get a chance to just play your younger players, you want that opportunity because you're right, you never know when the injury is going to come about. And with them having game experience, so like you look at Will Gardner, you're getting game experience, and that's what you want to see happen for him. But you look at this game, we only played 3 freshmen. You end up playing 2 on defense and 1 on offense. And any other year, we played a lot of freshmen, but now you see that we're building and what's happening within the program. The younger guys are getting a chance to grow up, and that's what you'd like to see happen.
Charlie, so much of your first few years were, okay, we have fake juice, we need to get rid of it. I didn't see any of that. I mean, how much pride did that give you? We didn't have to deal with it at all.
No, you didn't, and I just think it's just a compliment to our football team and just how they're preparing now. And like I said, like the night before, a lot of times we watch games on Friday night. We would play a Saturday game. This being Sunday, we watch the Saturday night games, and they'd watch another opponent play and they go, "Ooh, look at that guy!" But it was none of that. They kind of look at those teams and say, "Okay, that's the way we have to go out and perform tomorrow." But you just see a team that's growing up and they've seen a lot and they've grown together, and then that's why I don't think you'll see the fake juice anymore because I think they know how to approach a game now and they know how to get their minds ready. The mindset is what's critical.
You said before that you completely trust Sean Watson the way he calls a game. It seemed like a very, very balanced play call. Is this the offense we should expect all year?
Yeah, and that's the offense we got last year. It's always going to be balanced with run and pass, but Sean does a great job. Forbes does a great job with the run game and getting our guys in position so we can find try to get the big long runs. But it's fun, but when you have a quarterback like Teddy and a guy can get you in the right place, then you're going to have some success.
After looking at the tape, I know the right side of the line was kind of a concern pre. What did you see from them on the tape?
Well, we still do, even with the right side with the offensive line, because you with Garcia, Acosta, Jake, Miller, and Jamon. We would have liked to open up the run game more, and we didn't, but we can improve there. But the guys handled themselves well. We only gave up 1 sack, but just a run game, we like to get a little more yardage.
How concerned are you about Eastern Kentucky becoming a week after 8 FCS schools beat FBS schools?
I guess when you look at the biggest concern you have is when you go and win a game, you go win your first game and then you go prepare for the second game. And a lot of times when the players, they look at tape and they know, with the type of team that we have now, you feel like you're pretty good, is the letdown. And that's what we can't have is a letdown. And it doesn't matter the opponent, it's still about us just getting our mind right and going out and performing and going to be our best and trying to go play at our best.
Your defense gave you more 3 and outs maybe than you saw in a lot of teams last season, and even when they did give up big play, they stiffen and forced people to try. What did it do better? Why is it better, you think?
What we preached the whole time with, against Ohio is we had to stop the run. And we did a good job of just loading the box and guys standing in their gap. Like the first play of the game, we call what we call a cowboy stunt. We bring the corner off the edge and we had to play there for like, 1 or 2 yards, where a backer standing clean. And it's always like, someone was always standing clean. Even when we filled up gaps, there was always a backer or safety that was clean. And that's what we try to preach a long time is, if you just do your job, don't try to do anyone else's job, just do your job. And if someone is gonna be clean in our defense, and then allow that guy to go make the hit.
What was your impression of Burgess's play?
Burgess is very skilled, and the thing that Burgess had is he's an athlete, and he's so much athletic ability, and so he's one of those guys we have to keep covered up. He's a backer to keep covered up in our scheme because he can run and hit the football. Plus, when you need him in coverage, he's so athletic that he can go cover a back or a tight end, and that's the thing that he adds. He's similar to Keith Brown. Him and Keith are playing that's a position that you try to keep, because they're not big backers. Like Preston's a big backer. You don't worry about Preston because he's one of those guys who can go anchor the line for you. But Burgess, we don't ask him to anchor. We just want him to run and go hit the ball.
Have you ever